Now we're going to move across to, again, Lila Global, sorry. And the title is Lila Global 2.0. Steve will tell us what that's all about. Steve Kunzer, Chief Executive Officer, Lila Global. Steve, please.
So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm conscious now over time, and you should be already at lunch, so I'll try and keep it relatively brief. Before I introduce myself and Lila Global, I'd like to thank Marine Money, Mia and Kevin for having me here today. I'm very excited to be at this event where some of the industry's top representatives come together to share ideas and opinion. My name's Steve Kunzer. I'm CEO of Lila Global. I've got a fair amount of grey hair, so I've been in the shipping industry for more than 35 years, navigating the ups and downs on the commercial side, and I've seen a fair share of the ups and downs, which we've already discussed. But my mission is to keep a firm course towards excellence, much like the company I lead. Lila Global is a leading transporter of dry bulk chemicals and containers. We buy second-hand vessels at the right time, at the right price, and operate cost effectively. That's how you make money in shipping. And sometimes this means not doing anything and keeping the money in our pockets and waiting for the right opportunity and market. At the end of 2023, we had 41 vessels, up from 35 in December 2022. We concluded a total of 174 fixtures in 2023, up from 86 in 2022. And we made 959 port calls and transported 3.6 million tons of cargo, up from 1.2 million tons in 2022, which shows how we've expanded. We aim to keep our fleet composition diverse to spread out the risks associated with movements in the market. We also diversify our fixture strategy with the right mix of vessels on period and time charter to capitalize on market movement. So to recap and show how our fleet has changed the last few years, in January 22, we had 18 vessels, January 23, 34, and now 41. In 2023, through strategic acquisitions and divestitures of vessels, we doubled the number of cape sizes in our fleet from 8 to about 16, Supras from 2 to 4, and we sold entirely our fleet of product tankers to focus more on the dry bulk segment. We have working relations with 9 banks across the world, and our current leverage is about 31%. Sustainability and environmental decarbonization are critical, and in the face of pressing environmental challenges and increasing regulations, the necessity for business to embrace sustainability has never been clearer, and the same applies to all shipping companies, owners, operators, charterers alike. It's a complex landscape of climate change, and as we navigate it, it's crucial for organizations to set clear decarbonization goals and implement strategies that not only reduce our carbon footprint, but also drive innovation, enhance operational resiliency, and create long-term value for both our company as well as the planet. Our decarbonization goals are clear. We are focused, firstly, on improving management of our vessels by strengthening both operational and technical aspects of running the vessel. So this involves things like hull optimization, voyage optimization, fleet portfolio optimization, scheduling, hull and propeller efficiencies, trim optimization, and EEDs, amongst others. Thank you. Secondly, we're informed about alternative fuel technologies that are researched, introduced, and adopted, such as biofuel, LNG, methanol, ammonia, hydrogen, etc. We actively measure our carbon footprint and have adopted the right technology to monitor emissions from our fleet. Thirdly, we assess each of our vessels thoroughly to gauge the suitability for adopting technology and EEDs, energy efficient devices, for decarbonisation and cost saving, and chart plans for implementing them either in the next dry dock or a special survey, or even when the vessel is sailing. I know it's slightly controversial, but frankly, we believe that phasing out vintage vessels or ships of a certain age is actually counterproductive to decarbonisation, as production of replacement tonnage actually causes greater environmental damage during the new building process. Hence, recycling at the right time plays a vital role in decarbonising our sector. This slide tries to quantify the impact of new building on carbon emissions. The majority of steel is still produced in traditional blast furnaces, taking 770 kg of coal to produce 1 tonne of steel, emitting about 1.85 tonnes of CO2. And that's after transporting the iron ore and coal to the steel mill. CO2 is produced with the iron ore and coal on board the ship, after it's got from the mine, is discharged and then transported to the steel mill. LNG dual fuel system, amongst other, are gaining popularity in new buildings. Using LNG as a fuel can typically cut anywhere between 8 to 20%, but LNG production and transportation process still contributes significantly to emissions. If you look at ship recycling, ship dismantling at the yards only accounts for only 1% of GHG emissions, in contrast to steel production. Thank you for your attention and enjoy your lunch.